If anybody has a minute, just pop in, say hi, drop a comment. What I'm doing is that I've adjusted my audio level so it doesn't sound like I'm next to a jet engine. And I've also adjusted the input gain, just wanting to see if anybody can hear me. So anybody that's online, whoever's watching, if you can do me a favor, just leave me a comment and let me know you can hear me clearly. The test I'm conducting with the mic is so that people can hear me on a clean, clear level so I can start doing narration for my videos. And let me do the other thing I need to do because, yeah, I forget. So if you can hear me, please just drop me a quick comment. I know I got two eyes looking at me. So I'm going to do as I always do and ask you to look in on my YouTube channel, drop a comment, drop a like. All I need though is a confirmation that you can hear me clearly. The headset I have on is connected, but since I'm right in front of the mic, I don't know if I'm getting feedback or I'm just hearing myself talk. So as always, in the bottom corner of the screen, hey, hey, so good morning. Hey, Paul, good morning. What I wanted you guys to do was let me know if you can hear me clearly. What I want you to listen for are background noises. I'm sitting next to my desktop computer that has 9 fans and it sounds like a jet engine. Good morning, good morning. I'm enjoying the summer break. Um, Someone on YouTube asked me what's going on with the personal stuff, and I'll delve into that in a minute after I go deal with it. But right now, we're just testing this. So, really quickly, I did a 2020 commercial. I'm still looking for people that are interested in doing a week, 7 days, 10 days, or whatever in Japan. And one of the questions that I got asked on YouTube is how much is it? Um, More or less, the price tag on a trip to Japan during cherry blossom season, if you can get a hotel, is between 3,000 and oh, finally, um, is between 3,000 and 4,500 for up to 2 weeks. Hey, Christopher, good morning. So the plan is to do a commercial. I have done the commercial already. I need to do the narration. If you're a member of the San Antonio YouTubers group, or you join the San Antonio YouTubers group, you can watch it before I add the narration to it. It is 5 minutes and 45 seconds of the top 10 things about Japan, which is food. Got the list here. Play it off. Food, temples, shrines, ocean views, cities through. Excuse me, that's a business phone call. Getting all sorts of interruptions this morning. Awesome. Good morning. Okay, thank you. I'll be in probably about 12 or 1 this afternoon to pick them up. Thank you. Bye bye. All right, sorry about the interruption. Get this. I have the audio gain picked up all the way, but I don't hear me. I don't hear me twice, is the reason why I was testing them out. But for everybody else, so 4 questions have come up in the past week and a half, and I wanted to clarify what's going on. Trips to Japan for 2020 are between $3,000 and $4,500. How much am I getting paid? My minimum fees are roughly 1,000. I'm doing referral discounts if you're on my friends list from Facebook. If you remember the Dreaming of Travel group that I have on Facebook, I'm offering a discount. If you've worked with me for business purposes in the past, all the discounts are the same price. Period. The flash sale ends tomorrow. If you remember the Dreaming of Travel group or on Facebook, the flash sale I had for Japan was $300 off my fees, meaning that I only make $700 for planning the trip, coordinating venues, getting event tickets, getting everyone together, and getting you around, through, and enjoying the entire experience of Japan, including I'm booking the hotels with the group that's already booked hotels. There's still rooms available. So, couples, it's about $6,000 because you have to understand flying. Plane tickets are going up, and $1,500 of the trip primarily is your plane tickets. So, a lot of people are asking, well, that's misleading. And I said, no, what's included in my packages for Japan are flights, hotels, train pass, pocket Wi-Fi is optional, travel insurance is guaranteed, my services of getting you through places in Japan you've never been before, or at least help you in coordinating your trip if you don't want to be a part of the group. Price remains the same whether you are traveling with me during the day-to-day activities or you're just there in the country. Now, what happens if you have kids? You're responsible for your children, of course. I will provide a list of venues for people with kids. Am I entertaining your kids or babysitting? No, I teach. I'm not doing that during the summer, not being offensive, but the deal is that if you wanted a personal guided tour, then schedule a personal guided tour, and I will put you in touch with the people that provide and host those. So as always, wrong side, wrong finger. About there in the comments, please click the link. I'm going to pin the comment. Go to my YouTube channel. Give me a few minutes. Found out that a lot of my students were watching YouTube in class in lieu of doing work, and they're watching my channel. So my numbers have dropped off dramatically for the summer because I'm sure they're busy and entertained. Hey, Christy. So good morning, good morning, good morning. So what I would need right now, I adjusted the audio levels off screen a little bit. I'm adjusting the volume. Do you hear the computer? If you can just say yes or no, or a thumbs up, or an angry face button, an emoji works. Like if the audio levels are clean, I have the TV up at a high volume, and I have the computer fans on a full blast. So if you can do me a yes, a no, an emoji, happy face, smiley face, you love the volume, please do that now. I have my audio mixer open on the computer, and I'm just trying to make sure that angry face, okay. Whoever did the angry face, do you hear the computer? I'm waiting. So let me know first if you hear anything that sounds like an engine. Hey, Mr. Frank, good morning. I'm testing out my recently purchased mic for my narration for my YouTube videos. So if you can hear the TV, angry face. If you cannot hear the TV, like or love, please. I have the TV up almost to full blast. So if you can hear the TV, angry face. If you can only hear me, like button, love button. That's all I'm asking for. Then we're going to do the computer distance and make sure that my mic is a good distance away from the computer case. Good morning, Mr. Frank. How you doing? So the reason why I'm going live is that I don't have anyone here that's an audio expert, and I'm not paying $500 for a 5-minute job if I could just get some input. Number one thing going on with the business is people are asking, cool, thank you, Chris. So that means you don't hear the TV. Thank you. The question now is, do you hear the computer? If you hear the computer, then I need to adjust a couple of settings. A lot of people wanted to understand what was going on, or you were asking about what's going on with my dad's estate case. Short version is that it's personal family business. The bad news is I got hosed by my own lawyer for failing to follow directions, and I'm going to go deal with that today. So family friends had said just to leave it alone and let it go, but there's things that I was more concerned about as far as family heirlooms and things that my dad had that I wanted to keep and pass on to my kids, or if my brother adopts, or just keep it with my wife's family for posterity. I wanted to make sure that our legacy was preserved. That's all anybody really needs to know. Um, if you can hear the computer, which should sound like a low buzzing sound or a small fan, angry face if you can hear it, like, or no, type no if you can't hear it, and then I want to get on with my day. Um, as far as the trip for Japan, we have 8 people that are committed. We have one person that paid off her trip. We have one person that paid off her deposit, and we have 24 hours left for the flash sale. I'm closing the flash sale out at midnight, June 13th, for the simple fact that the flash sale was to help me purchase my plane ticket early and save some people some money. And I don't have enough because the prices have jumped astronomically. So the prices went from $858 to almost $1,400. If you bought your plane tickets early, great. Me, I'm kind of out of luck. So thank you, Mr. Frank. Appreciate it. I see that. I see that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Again, I'm doing a new commercial for my 2020 trips. I've adjusted the prices to match. I'm going to show you guys a link of a snippet of what I'm working on right now. That way you guys can see it. I'm doing test footage for June 15th Global Water Dance. Basically, they're raising awareness in 172 different sites around the world for water awareness. For example, if you were paying attention to weather.com and you looked at North Africa in the past week, they've had record-breaking days of 120, 130, 140 in some areas, and people are dying from heat exhaustion. Also, keep in mind that other parts of Africa don't have water irrigation systems, and you still have people taking water jugs on their backs that are about the size of military sea bags all the way to a source of water, whether it's clean or not, to provide for their family and coming back for their daily water needs. In the city of San Antonio, and I'm going to put the disclaimer out there, I am not bashing corporate America, but I am saying that clean water and around water park and recreation areas are a concern for San Antonio because, one, people walk their dogs. I have nothing against dogs. I want a Frenchie, but the issue continues to be that people aren't cleaning up after their pets. So when it rains, all that fecal matter and bacteria that's attached to fecal matter, of course, it has to leave the body some kind of way, is washing into the San Antonio water system. And they are trying to figure out, are they going to start putting dog monitors on at parks? And if you and have people watch security cameras to see if you clean up after your dog and write you a ticket, because you can't park at a lot of areas without cameras being there for security purposes. So if you want to protect your privacy and and not have to pay fines for your four-legged baby pooing everywhere and peeing and leaving a mess, you might want to get a leash, get a bag. And one of my number one issues, hey Erica, how you doing? One of my issues with my apartment complex that I just recently moved out of is that my neighbor across the walkway would let her dog poo right there in the grass. So I could never safely walk outside my ground floor apartment barefoot because of her nasty habits with her dog. And that had me pissed off. So not only are we focusing on the water crisis in America or in Africa, it's global. You have certain parts of Russia that are still affected by Chernobyl. You still have exclusion zones where people can't live. You also have water issues in Japan. The Minato water issue, where government officials and prefectural government officials and corporations were massively polluting an area and caused over 60 years worth of health problems that are still being affected and kind of buried in the media. So the International Water Global Dance that I linked that commercial to, which is right there, will happen June 15th at 7:30 p.m. Open to the public. It's free. There's no tickets being sold. You can come out and support water awareness. I will be setting up roughly about 5:30, 6 o'clock. If anybody wants volunteer service or community service hours, or you just want to come hang out and not get put to work, I suggest getting there about 7:30. If you just want to hang out, period, anytime. As always, I had this right. So yeah, down there in the comments, the pinned comment, please go to the YouTube channel. Please drop a like. It'll take you maybe 10 seconds, depending on how fast your phone or your computer is. Again, I also need one more thing from everybody. If you have not, keyword, not subscribed to my YouTube channel, let me explain why I need you to subscribe. I am trying to get sponsorships from 7 different companies. If I go back to the classroom, to use their resources, materials, and funding to teach digital media, photography, DSLR photo technology, and other things. That way I, as a teacher, can give job ready skills to kids. Seriously. I have kids that I've taught to use a basic point and shoot camera that I can teach later on in life how to use a Sony DSLR. So I'm not going to put a GoFundMe out there. I'm going to work this like I've been working it, diligence and hard work. What we're looking at is, which people stop texting and calling me. But what we're looking at is that I haven't done a GoFundMe. I did have private investors donate money to my business as angel investors to help me out. The number one goal I'm looking at right now is the Sony 6400 camera at Best Buy body only. Comes out to $973 with tax. That's the money I'm trying to raise. I'll post the link here, and I'll post the link in YouTube, on YouTube's page. The score is that I want to have a 4K camera that's handheld other than my Osmo, so I can run multiple sources of content when I am working for myself, different locations, different entities as I work with Urban 15. So my goal before, when I came back to San Antonio for the 2.5 weeks I was here, was to drive for Lyft every day, work with Urban 15, and work with a couple other entities to raise money for the camera and to cover the difference in the trip that I had. So again, I'm going to go take care of business for the day. Love everybody. For those of you in New Orleans, I will be back in New Orleans effectively Monday or Tuesday next week. So that's a text message I got to deal with. So again, thank you everybody for letting me get the mic working. I appreciate it. Awesome. I can do my narrations. Thank you for letting me give you my spiel about the YouTube channel. Again, anytime you catch me live on Facebook, I am live on YouTube. I do not want to burn up my phone, because when I run 4 apps at the same time that use the same devices, the mic and the camera, of course, my phone heats up, and I don't want to damage my brand new Samsung Galaxy Note 9. So I'm using a computer. I have to figure out how to do Instagram Live through a PC clone of a phone. It's an app. Giving me a break. And then I have to work out a couple other things. So the host that's hosting me in his apartment while I'm here is trying to throw a going away party for me for leaving San Antonio, moving to New Orleans officially Thursday evening. I will post details as they become available. As always, I love you. Thank you, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Go to my Facebook. The last part about the spill, to get sponsorship, I have over almost 1,100 Twitter followers. I have over 500 people following me on Instagram. It fiddles back and forth. Yeah, this is not the camera I'm going to be using, Mr. Frank. It's just my blogging camera, and it automatically adjusts to light sources every other second. and I'm not in the best location in this gentleman's apartment. But if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, it'll take you literally seconds, less than a minute. You can click the link right there in the comments, Global Water Festival test footage. It'll pop up on your phone, open in YouTube, click the name of my channel, which is Travel with Montague. Hit the subscribe button. You don't have to turn on notifications. It would help, but just subscribe. 300 subscribers will get me a minimum number of almost 2,000 social media contact accounts that are open and active that I can go pitch to other companies, including Tiny URL, sponsored by Mike Prasad, which will get me funding to buy the equipment I need. But again, I'm not going to launch a GoFundMe to buy this camera. Just letting you guys know what I'm trying to work out. If I get sponsorship, it's a lot easier to approach a company to get sponsorship to buy equipment, because my Sony a6000 is broken. It got dropped 7 times, 3 times in Japan, 4 times in San Antonio, and I'm blessed the camera itself still functions. But one, the big LCD screen that's about yay big doesn't work, and I'm not going to pay $300 to fix it when I can get a new camera. But life is what it is. So again, today's Wednesday or Thursday? No, it's Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I'm off from school. I'm not paying attention to days. I love everybody, and I'm out. It's been great. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, you take 2 weeks to respond to me. You're a useful human being. All right.